people had lower rates of tooth decay. In the 1950s, federal officials recommended that cities across the country could add fluoride to do the same thing. The addition of fluoride to drinking water was considered one of the great public health success stories of the 20th century. In the last 2 decades or so, more and more studies have raised questions about the effect of fluoridated water on infants, specifically on their brain development. The concerns had to do with pregnant women drinking fluoridated water and the impact on the fetuses. What's at issue and is not clear is at what level of fluoridation is there a hazard. Right now, the government recommends fluoridation at about 0.7 milligrams per liter of water. There continues to be uncertainty about what a safe level of fluoride in drinking water is.
Includes all municipalities in Shelby County. Studies have shown that the mineral fluoride prevents cavities and saves money in the long run, but not everyone agrees. Fox 13 health reporter Mandy Rock explains to us the debate and why some experts want fluoride removed from the water altogether.
When you turn on your tap in Shelby County, there's a small amount of fluoride mixed in with the water that comes out. But does it cause more harm than good? We asked 2 health experts to weigh in.
We eat stuff and put stuff in our bodies every day that we have no idea what is in it at all.
You can't see it or smell it, but there's a good chance your drinking water contains fluoride. The mineral has been added to the water of many communities, including Memphis, for decades. After dentists noticed it significantly helps with tooth decay and better enamel.
Dental cavities is actually the most common chronic disease of childhood. And we've seen a drastic reduction in those since we've been putting fluoride in the water.
But the nomination of Robert Kennedy Jr. as President-elect Trump's head of Health and Human Services is sparking new debate over the benefits. Kennedy believes local water systems should remove fluoride after a recent scientific paper found a possible link between high fluoride levels and lower IQs in children. But pediatrician Jason Yan said those fluoride levels were double what the EPA recommends.
In the U.S. and in Memphis, we use much lower levels of fluoride, and other studies over the years have not shown similar results.
Mike McGill, the president of Water PIO, a PR consultant for water systems, says more research is needed. He warns facts, not conspiracy theories, should inform the debate.
Imagine if a young child has issues with their teeth at 5, 6, 7 years old. Well, that's with them for the rest of their lives. And that's what fluoride in water helps prevent. What is being argued right now are the same things we've heard about year after year after year, that the facts actually debunk.
Science about their food and medicines, and then leave the choice to them.
RFK Jr.'s views on science and medicine have been controversial at best and often scientifically wrong. He's touted debunked studies that connect vaccines to autism, disproven by much research, with the CDC clearly stating there's no connection between the two. And now RFK is talking about another hot-button issue, saying he will advise cities to remove fluoride in drinking water.
I think fluoride is on the way out because of that court decision. I think the faster that it goes out, the better.
The court decision he's referring to is from September, when a federal judge ordered the EPA to further regulate fluoride in drinking water. The determination stemming from a U.S. government report from the National Toxicology Program, concluding that fluoride at 1.5 milligrams per liter, twice the recommended amount in U.S. drinking water, is linked to lower IQ levels in children.
It shows lowering IQ in our children.
But that's not exactly what the study said in the U.S. It said, quote, no studies evaluating IQ were conducted in the United States. It was based primarily on data from non-U.S. countries, including Canada, China, and Mexico, getting higher levels of fluoride. It also found that about 1.9 million people, or less than 1% of the U.S. population, are getting naturally occurring fluoride at levels of 1.5 or higher. Judge Chen writing in his ruling that while it is not established fluoride levels in U.S. water is causing lower IQ in kids, the risk is sufficiently high and the EPA still must act. Federal drinking water standards that included fluoride guidelines were first set in 1962. Since 2015, officials have recommended a fluoridation level of 0.7 milligrams per liter of water. Before that, the recommended upper range was 1.2. The WHO has set a safe limit of fluoride in drinking water at 1.5. Dr. Charlotte Lewis is a professor of pediatrics at the University of Washington School of Medicine.
By having community water fluoridation, we've essentially dramatically improved the oral health of our entire nation.
The EPA issuing a statement saying in part this: they are reviewing the decision and that it currently regulates fluoride at higher levels than what's currently recommended. The anti-fluoride movement, once seen as a fringe, misinformed effort, is now gaining steam. More communities in the U.S. voting to remove it from their drinking water as more research comes out. But those decisions not always panning out well. In 2011, Calgary, Canada removed fluoride from drinking water. Now the city plans to reintroduce it, mostly because of evidence showing more dental health problems in children there.
That's a good example of what happens when you remove fluoride. They made that decision based on faulty science.
And back here in the United States,
I'm not going to compel anybody to take it out, but I'm going to advise the water districts about their legal liability, their legal obligation to their service zones and to their constituents.
This issue likely to be heavily debated as the Trump administration, potentially including RFK Jr., taking the reins. Yasmin Vasugian, NBC News.